What's up everybody, aka the Coot here again with my Crusader Lightning build. This is one of my strongest and favorite classes to play, just based on the fact that this guy is ultra tanky, and the fact that Crusaders can use a two-handed weapon in one hand just makes it twice as fun as a normal character, in my opinion. Anyways, jumping right in, we'll talk about what skills that I'm using. I use Slash with Electrify because of the stun. That's pretty straightforward. It's lightning based, so it does a little extra lightning damage as long as I stack lightning damage in my build. And it does the stun, like I said, which is awesome because you're going to be stunning a lot of the bigger bosses and helping out your team in group situations. I use Fist to Heavens with Fissure. This is where my most of my DPS is coming from on the regular. It lays down a giant fissure, and if it's close to another fissure, it actually connects with those and makes more lightning damage happen, which actually gets really high up there, surprisingly enough, as far as the damage is concerned. So that'll be your main move right there. Heaven's Fury with Ascendancy. This is not lightning based, but it's just too good to pass up in my opinion. It complements well with the shield that lowers the cooldown, but it does a lot of damage in the first place, so there's really no reason not to have it. Provoke with Charged Up. This does a surprising lot of damage. I was really surprised at how much damage this did, because you wouldn't think for 4 seconds 50% damage would do that much, but it really does. It puts a lot out there, and it's a lot of fun to taunt everything towards you and keeps everything off of your teammates, which, like I said, I think this guy is more of a team-based character. I can solo up to T5, T6 is a little more difficult, but it is possible, but it's a lot more fun when you're in a group situation. Law of Valor with Critical, that just raises your attack speed and gives you a little extra damage. Nothing too special about that. But Condemn with Eternal Retaliation. You'll see a lot of variations on the build with this in different circumstances, but I like the one that reduces the cooldown for 1 second for each enemy you hit. When you get into those big groups of enemies, this thing is absolutely amazing to use because you'll be using it over and over again. It just pretty much resets itself, and not only that, it complements one of the weapons that I have. So I'll show you that in just a moment. Wrathful. I mean, you're going to be doing a lot of things to heal yourself, a lot of regeneration skills with Righteousness. Finery is really good because it gives you 1.5% strength for every gem you have socketed in your gear. So as long as you're socketing things, you're going to want to use that. And Heavenly Strength is a no-brainer. If you see a Crusader without this on, he must know something that I don't, because using a two-handed weapon in one hand is really good. Unless you can find like a weapon where you're trying to make a build around it, like the Flail, that makes you run really fast on your steed. Anyways, let's look at what items I'm using, if I can't get the screen open anyways. I go with Augilds because I really enjoy having the extra damage against elites and reducing the damage from things. It helps with the overall toughness, which you can see is right around 14.5 million. So I complement that with the Bracers, which gives you the 2-set bonus as long as you have the Royal Ring of Grandeur. You will hear me probably in every single video talk about this ring. It is the best ring as far as set items go. This will give you more bonuses than anything. You get this from normal Act 1 caches, or any Act 1 caches, but normal is the fastest way to get it. You got to get pretty lucky. I have a guy who farmed over 2,000 Rift Key fragments and didn't get one. I did it in 5 caches on my second one, so, you know, it's all about luck. This piece is garbage, but it does bring my resilience up a little bit. And you start stacking things like lightning damage. Indariel's Visage is great for that. You do take a little more fire damage, but at the same time, you get, you know, whatever kind of damage you want out of it. So I got lucky with this one. It had lightning damage already on it. Regular gloves, nothing overly fancy about those, but it's good because it shows you what you can actually accomplish. Like, I can get through T6 with 600,000 damage and, you know, less than 15 million toughness. I got an SOJ on this guy. It does lightning damage. I was really lucky to find this in the first place and didn't reroll a great stat on the top one. The damage does a little bit, but not too much. But either way, that was pretty lucky. Thunder God's Vigor. Once again, more lightning damage. You can't reroll the lightning damage on this. Unfortunately, you're stuck with whatever's on there. So 11% isn't that great, but still, it's, you know, an extra little bump. I used 2 Blackthorn pieces because I liked having, like I said, the reduced damage from elites. That's something you're going to want to look into getting. Stacking those, you know, 2 pieces of different sets in order to use the Royal Ring of Grandeur will really help you in a lot of situations. I have a couple of his, I believe they're called Akon sets, or 1 piece of his Akon, but there's just no reason to use it because it's not going to complement better than these would. I use Firewalkers just because they're the best boots that I could find for this guy. This shield, no matter what shield I find, I can't seem to find one that's better than this. It absolutely bugs the hell out of me, but, you know, what can you do? It's the best shield I have. Sometimes I switch it out for the shield that does the reduce Heaven's Fury by 46%, but as you can see, 8.4 and 11.1 is kind of quite a bit to lose, so I stay away from that when I'm going into the higher ones because I like having the extra protection. And finally, the weapon I was talking about that helps out my condemn. This actually, when you use your condemn, whatever it hits, it makes it hit again. So like they blow up and then they blow up again, which is, I don't know, it's pretty useful, but it's a ton of fun to watch. So I'll post a gameplay video not too long. I'll probably pair it up with the next build that I have, which I believe is going to be my monk. But either way, I hope you guys can set this setup for yourself and enjoy this guy as much as I do, because putting those fissures everywhere and then absolutely destroying a bunch of monsters is a blast. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and feel free to get a hold of me on Twitter. The link is below. Thanks for watching.